Hi, air signs, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. This is going to be your new moon in Aries reading. Because Mercury also goes directed around the same, at pretty much the same time as the new moon, you're also going to be feeling that energy. Gemini, especially, I think is going to be affected by it because Gemini is one of the signs ruled by Mercury. So communication with others as well as how you communicate with yourself is going to be a key theme here. So for this spread, I'm going to pull a spread to describe the energy overall for air signs, and then I'm also going to pull a card for each sign to give a little detail on how this retrograde may affect you. Not retrograde, but how this new moon is going to affect you personally, as well as how you should consider governing yourself. So with that said, let's get started. So let me just move these over. All right, so let me just move these over a little bit more. So the way the spread is set up, if you are familiar with some of my other videos, I like to use the spread. It's a 6-card spread with the bottom of the deck. We've got these 3 cards in the perimeter describing the energy around us. This is like the energy that's on its way out. This is the energy that's transitioning out. This is the energy that's entering, and this card here is going to be the card that this is going to be the action, the energy that facilitates this movement. And then in the physical, we're going to have these 3 cards plus the bottom of the deck. So with that said, let me get started on the energy that's transitioning out. We've got Temperance. Temperance is about what's coming up here is a lot of reflection, a lot of restoration, and learning how to harmonize. Air signs, this retrograde has been, I feel it's been really impactful on you guys. Not just Gemini being ruled by Mercury, but I feel it also affects other air signs because, air is communication. Air is swords. Swords are communication. So some of you, it's like you've been learning how to communicate. No, learning how to express what you have to say and how you feel in a more effective and impactful way. Some of you air signs, I feel you've discovered, like some of you are spiritually gifted, and some of you have been discovering your gifts and learning how to work with those gifts a bit more, learning how to communicate, learning how to receive and perceive things more intuitively, because the words are a mess right now. That's, the nature of Mercury in retrograde. So it's like some of you have been, it's like a really considerable focus on restoration and alchemy comes up. So like learning how to, learning how to use the things you have before you to benefit you and uplift you, even if they come to you in under not so great circumstances. So it's been like a heavily, it ideally, because that is the nature of a retrograde, it should be a reflective and restorative period for you. Everything goes haywire because you shouldn't be rushing to do things anyway. It's a great time to, again, reflect, sit back, focus on what's working for you, what's not, what are you ready to receive, what needs to go. And so, you know, temperance, this energy is transitioning for us, for you guys. Sorry, I'm not an air sign myself, but this is a message. You know, it's this is the period that you're kind of coming out of. You're coming out of this restorative period, and you're moving into the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is, you know, this stable, this peaceful, energetic place. It's about finding your peace on your own terms, in your own way. So a lot of you have been discarding ideals that you thought would work for you, but they really haven't been. And that's good. That's good. It's needed. It's also with the Nine of Pentacles, we have the number 9, which is completion, which we have endings. Endings, things are coming to an end. It makes sense as as Mercury goes direct. And as we enter this new moon period, it's time to focus on new things. You know, it's time to focus on honoring yourself from a new perspective. It's time to focus on finding the peace within you in whatever you do. And we get to you guys get to this Nine of Pentacles energy by way of the Two of Cups reversed, which is, you know, it feels like for some of you that relationships, a lot of your relationships, some of you have had relationships hit the wall in a way, personal, professional, mostly personal. The Two of Cups is about, you know, it's a passionate energy yet volatile. And in this reverse position, it's like you started to realize that, you know what, this is a part of my journey that I need to handle on my own, because the people I have around me haven't been giving me the support, the uplift, or the reliability that I'm looking for. So why don't I invest that in myself? So you've made that decision. You've kind of taken your cup back from from other people, and you focused on filling it yourself, and it's taking you to this Nine of Pentacles, which is a really beautiful space. So with that said, let me move into what's happening in the physical. We've got the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And a lot of you, it's like, it kind of goes back to the message that comes with the Two of Cups reversed. It's like you've been giving yourself to things that haven't really been fulfilling you, and it's resulting in you taking a different approach to things. You know, you can, if you notice the Queen, let's see if I can just get you guys a better look at her. You notice the Queen, you see she's holding her cup and looking forward a bit cautiously. You know, like maybe she wants to offer it, maybe she doesn't, maybe she wants to take it for herself and look to fill it by herself as opposed to trusting it with someone else. You know, the Queen of the Queen of Cups is very nurturing and very supportive emotionally, but it's kind of like this is a situation where, you know, she's also very intuitive, and this is where her intuition is telling her, you know, I should not I'm not going to rely on other things to seek my fulfillment. I'm going to turn that energy onto myself. I'm going to turn that energy on myself, and I'm going to focus on filling my own cup. So moving into the physical, we've got the Two of Swords, we've got the Seven of Swords reversed, and we've got the Tower reversed. And with the Two of Swords, it's the Two of Swords and the Seven of Swords reversed. I feel like they're coming together to give a message. I'm getting two things. First one I'm getting is 2 and 7 is 9, which would be the Nine of Swords, which would be like something that's really been bothering you guys lately. Like that's about to hit the wall. And I get that in that message, and then I get the other message I'm getting is that it's going to do so in a way that you're going to know exactly how to proceed. And that's also joining with the Tower in reverse. Let me break it down. So we've got the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is about, it can be about being extremely focused on, being so focused on accomplishing one thing that you kind of blind yourself to everything else. That meaning may resonate for some of you, but for most of you, I feel like it's like you don't like what you're seeing before you. Hence the 2 and the 7 making 9. 9 of Swords is about mental anguish, torment, things that keep you up at night. And so with that said, for most of you, I feel like this 2 of Swords coming up here, it's like you don't like what you're seeing, so you shut it out. You shut it out, and you're not moving forward. You're just holding up your sword. You're trying to defend yourself, but you can't really defend yourself with the swords because you can't see anything. So then with that, so we move on into the 7 of Swords reversed. And with the 7 of Swords is usually about, it's about a trickster. It's about deception, dishonesty, doing whatever it takes to get by. Some of you have been dealing with with people who are not very scrupulous, or you haven't been acting in a very scrupulous way. You haven't been minding your P's and Q's and dotting all your I's and crossing all your T's. And for some of you, if you've been, putting Band-Aids over bullet wounds, that's about to come down for you. Because this 7 of Swords reversed, this is not a situation. Whatever it is that's bothering you is something that's not going to stand. Because in this reverse position, it's like all of the swords are falling away, even the 2 swords that remain. Which is why I get like 9 of Swords energy from this, from these 2 cards here. It's like the blindfold. You can keep the blindfold on, but the only thing you're doing is surrounding yourself by nightmares. So with that said, it's like this situation here it's really coming to a head. And the Tower reversed, I actually had the Tower reverse come up in a reading during the week for I believe it was Thursday, either Wednesday or Thursday, where the Tower is usually about like a sudden revelation, a sudden explosion, something suddenly ending, suddenly changing, major moves like that. But in this reverse position, it feels like a sudden revelation. It's like in this position, like the tower kind of blasts off, like the top of the tower comes off, and you're starting to see things for what they are. You're starting to see what's really in that tower. So it's like in the physical, there's a lot of dissatisfaction happening here with the 2 of Swords and the 7 of Swords reversed. But it all comes to a head here. And then we've also got the Tower, which is like that sudden revelation, the sudden realization, actually, that you don't need to keep giving yourself to this torment. You don't need to keep giving yourself to whatever this is, whatever this experience is, whoever these people are that are not, that are not truly honoring you, that's not in alignment with your highest good. You don't have to keep giving yourself to that. You can make major changes because everything is starting to come together for you to do just that, which is what takes us into this 2 of Cups reversed energy, realizing that you don't need you don't need somebody else to fill that cup. You don't need anyone else to make you complete. You don't need a situation to fulfill you. And that's what's guiding you guys into this 9 of Pentacles energy. It's very promising. I'm seeing really promising stuff for these Aries new moon spreads. And so with that, let me just focus. Let me get to the cards for each sign. So for Aquarius, we've got the Six of Gabriel, which is the Six of Wands. For Libra, we've got the Eight of Michael, which is the Eight of Swords. Also very fitting with this message here. And for Gemini, we've got the Knight of Ariel, which is the Knight of Pentacles. So for Aquarius, the Six of Gabriel, which is also the Six of Wands, and the message on here says, congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project. Awards, scholarships, or promotions. Sorry if it's a bit difficult to read. So yeah, Aquarius, this is a very it's a promising time for you guys. You know, especially moving on from whatever this situation here is. You know, it's time you learn how to, you know, take the next step and honor yourself as if you already have everything you've ever wanted. That's the message that comes through for you guys, like for Aquarius. Honor yourself as if you already have everything you've ever wanted. Celebrate not only the things that have already happened for you, but the things that you want to see happen for you. You know, that's kind of like manifestation 101. You know, you give thanks for something like that's already there. You show gratitude. You know, say if I want $1,000, you know, I give thanks and I'm grateful for it, like it's, you know, like it's already there. So you know, give thanks, be grateful, celebrate yourself, and let yourself be celebrated. You're doing a lot. You're getting a lot done. So show yourself some appreciation. For Libra, we've got the Eight of Michael, which is Eight of Swords. And the message here says you can be free, make a courageous choice to change your situation. Also, not seeing things clearly. So, so Libra, I feel like this Two of Swords and Seven of Swords reverse situation is really resonates with you guys especially heavily. Uh, the mental energy here around you guys, you have to realize that you're not at the mercy of any situation that you're in, no matter how hopeless it may seem. You know, your pride may tell you you're stuck. Your fears may tell you you're stuck, but your reality is much different. You know, having to choose between being stuck where you are and making an uncomfortable decision does not mean you're stuck. It just means that there's a decision there that you may not want to make. But Mercury is going to go direct very soon, and you know it may take a few days for you, a few extra days after the 15th for everything to really clarify for you. But you know you need to realize that you're not at the mercy of whatever situation you're in. You're not at its mercy. You can always, you know, one way or another, you can always withdraw your participation. You can withdraw your energy. You can stop thinking on it. You can stop dwelling on it. You can stop giving it your fear, your hate, your low vibration, your worry, your pride, your ego. You can stop giving yourself to things. And that's regardless of whether or not you made the decision to physically cut it out of your life. Because once you stop giving your energy to things, they die away. So look at the situations in your life, Aquarius. Look at what's going on in your life that you're tired of giving yourself to, and stop giving your energy to it. Just keep it real cute. Keep it superficial. And then for Gemini, we've got the Knight of Ariel, which is Knight of Pentacles. And the message that comes with this card is there is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind. So, Gemini, the time is coming for you to use this Nine of Pentacles energy and start building towards where you want to go. Because you've already, it's like it's already there. Like I was saying with Aquarius, with the Six of Gabriel. There's, again, manifestation 101. Give thanks for the things you desire as if you already have them. And that's kind of what's coming up here. Start laying the groundwork for the movement you want to make in your life, and then start putting the work in. Just be patient. Be patient, because the Knight of Ariel, the Knight of Pentacles, it's the slowest moving knight in tarot. Earth energy moves slowly, but it moves with stability and precision. So start to champion, be your biggest champion. With everything being about relationships, because Mercury went retrograde in the 7th house, I believe, which governs partnerships, and this has also been a year about partnerships and relationships. Again, with everyone, not just Gemini, but look at the relationship with yourself. Look at the relationship you have with yourself, and focus on building yourself up into who you really want to be. Focus on building out the life you really want to have. So, air signs, that's going to be the reading. Thank you guys for watching. And as I mentioned with the earth signs in that video, as I wrapped it up, I do offer, if for those of you who ever feel moved to, if you want to see how a particular energy shift, a retrograde or a full moon or a new moon or an eclipse or whatever, how that affects you personally, those options are always available. I haven't listed them as formal options yet, but they are always available. And for those who would like a bit more clarity on the services I offer, always feel free to reach out. But again, thank you guys for watching. Always appreciate when my viewers, like and subscribe and comment on videos. And feel free to send general questions. Anything that I can answer, I'm happy to answer in a video. So, again, have a great weekend. Have a great day. Bye.